All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, we are back. We are back again on the other side of the coin. What a day. It is Champions League quarterfinal and semi-final draw. We've been talking about Champions League yesterday with the boys. Obviously, Nischal wasn't there, but he's here today for the draw, live reactions. First of all, good morning to my UK citizens out there. KisHan, Nischal, both the Patel brothers. They're not really brothers, but I like calling them Patel brothers. And obviously, Arvind as well. First of all, boys, how you doing? Start with KisHan. How's things, man?
Yeah, all good. This is way too early for me, but I had to get up for it.
Everyone's up for it, bro. Have a mad sleep afterwards. Already a few people have flocked in. Kudos to them. Thank you for joining. Collins is saying hello. How you doing, Collins? We will have the draw live reactions very soon, as the draw starts, which is in about a few minutes. Nischal, how you doing, my man?
I'm very well, thanks. Good to be on and good to be talking about the Champions League draw. It's always interesting and always a big occasion when we have a draw, especially when we win the quarter-final draw. So looking forward to it and seeing who we get.
Absolutely. It doesn't really matter. I'm buzzing, man. Good luck to anyone that's going to face us. I swear they're going to have a massive competition against us. I'm looking at you, Arvind, Bayern Munich. If we draw them this time, it is revenge, my boy. Arvind, good morning, my man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on this. Obviously excited for the draw. It's a very good lineup in comparison to last year's lineup or even the year before's. So yeah, just excited to see who Bayern and Chelsea are going to get.
Brilliant. To the live chat, obviously there's a few people, as I said, has got in, and a lot more people will join throughout the stream, and many will see after. If anyone's interested, I am personally going to invite anyone that wants to just go into the panel and give you live reactions of any of the matches that are getting drawn, especially the Chelsea ones. If you're interested, just shout out that you're interested. Just put down in the comments in the live chat that you're interested to come in for a couple of minutes to share your thoughts and opinions, and I'm more than happy to share the link with you guys to join in. Let's get into this. We were talking about Porto. KisHan, you were saying you're absolutely bemused that people are trying to stay away from Porto, and you don't understand what people are actually so worried about. From your perspective, why are you not worried about Porto?
I just think that when you look at the other teams we can get, Porto is by far the easiest. And I'm not saying it to be disrespectful, but it's just in comparison relative to what else we can get. I think by far they're the easiest. And I know a lot of people will say that they beat Juve, but I didn't really think that Juve team was that great. And I feel that if they
do you reckon that Juve team could have lost against anyone?
Kind of, yes. In the Champions League, yeah. Maybe like at Atalanta, but they couldn't have drawn them in that round. But so yeah, the thing with Porto as well, I think when they play us, if they are to score against us, I think it'd have to be like a worldie, a free kick or a penalty. And that was kind of true for them in the second leg against Juve as well, where they scored a penalty and like an amazing free kick to get through. So yeah, I think for me, Porto and then Dortmund.
Now, fair enough. I completely understand where you're coming from compared to all the other ones. As you said, Yusuf, shout out, my man. Hello, he's been waiting all the time. Nischal, from your perspective, you're kind of like me because I'm more thinking, I saw that match against Juventus. They were very structured, FC Porto. Not to say that I get what KisHan's saying. I wouldn't mind drawing them. But I think these guys are a genuine team. They are very well structured, well managed. I've got some really good players. I've always said Marega. Then they've got Kamini. I think his name's Kamini. And then they've got Oliveira and then Jesus Corona. So from your perspective, man, what do you think about Porto? By the way, the stream has started for the draw, but we'll keep everyone entertained. Go on, man.
I was surprised to see so many people wanting Porto, seeing them as an easy team. Maybe you can understand why, but they're still the Portuguese champions. They beat the Serie A champions, and not just that, they fought hard over 2 legs, extra time. They battled hard to get to this position. No one should be underestimating Porto or any team in this situation because you have to be good enough to get to the quarterfinals. Whether you see it as a strong octet or you see it as a relatively weak one, Porto are good enough to be in this stage. And we've got to be showing respect to them as people will be showing respect to us, because for any team to get to the stage of a competition, among European elites, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, they need to be shown respect. And like we said, they were excellent against Juventus. A real joy to watch. Sergio Oliveira was fantastic.
Yeah.
Pepe as well. At his age, 36, 37, to be putting a performance in like that against Scudetto champions, that is just insane. So I can understand why people might want to play Porto. You know, maybe that's a natural way. See as an easier team, but there is no easy team in the Champions League, let alone in the quarterfinals. If we want to be the best, if we want to win the Champions League, we've got to beat the best. Look at 2012. We had to play the La Liga champions. We had to play the German champions in the final. We had to play the best of the best to win the trophy. And whether we're playing Porto, whether we're playing Bayern Munich, we need to show our opponents respect, because if we underestimate them and don't give them the respect they deserve, we will not succeed.
100% agreed. 100% agreed. Nearly 30 people on right now. Massive shout out to you guys to waking up so early to come and join us in this particular fun. The other thing that I want to say is, if you're keen today to come on and provide your reactions as well, I'm happy to give you guys the opportunity to come into the panel and take 2 to 3 minutes and give your reaction. So let me know if you're keen, and I'll provide the link. I think from your perspective, Porto is obviously one that everyone wants to play. Dortmund's another one. But from your perspective, do you reckon these two are probably licking their lips as well, thinking, are we getting a bit underestimated here and we're going to catch these guys out? Do you feel like that could be a bit of a catch as well?
Yeah, so with Porto, I can see where KisHan's coming from, in the sense of they got lucky. You know, Juventus, they made a lot of mistakes that a lot of big teams won't. Like Bentancur, I think he gave the ball away for the first goal where Taremi scored, and again he gave away a penalty. It just wasn't good enough from Juventus' point of view, and you can see a lot of teams not doing the same mistakes that Juve did, and taking the chances that some Juve players had. So regardless of that, Porto did battle hard. They did have 10 men for about 70 minutes of that second leg, and to come out of that with progressing through to the quarterfinals, you have to give them credit. 10 men against Juve, against Ronaldo, that's not an easy thing to do, especially having conceded after they scored. So Juve only needed one more goal straight away. So it's a mentality thing, and I think for Porto to go through like that, mentality is there, tactics there. So you can't underestimate them. You can't. People. I think Manchester City. They played Lyon last year, and Lyon also knocked out Juventus, and people thought, oh yeah, this is going to be easy. But Lyon knocked out Manchester City as well, and they got through to the semi. So could we see the same thing here? I'm not sure. With Dortmund, obviously they got Erling Haaland, they got Jadon Sancho. But with Dortmund, their attack is always a threat. But then with their defense, any team can beat them on a given day. Their defense is just not good enough, in my opinion.
No, agreed. Absolutely. I'm just looking at the Twitter page for Champions League, and I want to see if they post. Obviously, as the session's happening, hopefully they're posting stuff as well. Obviously, the final, I believe, is in Istanbul, right? Is that right, guys? Finals in Istanbul?
Yeah.
Right. By the way, there won't be any fans still allowed, right, for the final? By the time
there
It depends.
There might be.
But it's mainly for social authorities, Biz.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say, if Chelsea do, let's say, argument's sake, make it to the final, would any of you guys would ever go? I mean,
I would find a way.
Are you guys even allowed?
If there's a way, there's a way, surely.
That's it. You know what? That'd be so awesome if one of you guys could go. But I think it'll be. I think the FS would be epic during that time. Let's see what some of the guys are saying. Let's have a look over here. RJ, thank you for commenting here. Provided we keep a clean bill of health, I genuinely believe we could give any team a real difficult time, especially if we keep fine-tuning our attack as chemistry develops. 100% agreed. We've got here Mark. Thanks, man, for joining, Mark. You guys are the best of the best. Nischal, big hug to all of you. Come on, Chelsea. KisHan's joined again. KisHan, which one's the right KisHan? Which one's the true KisHan?
The one that you can see.
We can see two of them. Maybe
this
one's not the right one. This is probably the right one.
Yeah. Okay. You got the right one.
Let's just bring it up. KisHan, you always do this to me, man. You always trick me like that.
Right.
Khan, quarters are basically clean slate. Any and every team deserves to be at this stage, and they can knock anyone out. I have to agree. Looks like the draw is getting closer and closer. Claudio Ranieri is no, this is not. Is this
not Claudio Ranieri. It's
No.
Giorgio Marchetti.
Oh my god,
That's Giorgio
that
Marchetti.
looks like I full fail for him. I'm like, oh my god, that looks like Claudio Ranieri. I'm like, nah, that can't be it. It's a bit too late. 10:08 p.m. It's bedtime for me, man. That's probably why. Guys, honestly speaking, from a Chelsea point of view, I know we've got Arvind here as well from a Bayern perspective, but quickly from a Chelsea point of view, before the draw starts happening here, Nischal, who would be your dream? Who would be your dream draw?
As I said, I'm happy to play anyone. If we want to win the tournament, if we want to challenge like I want, we have to take on anyone, whether it's Barcelona or not Barcelona, whether it's Bayern Munich, whether it's Manchester City. But in terms of personal preference, aside from whether I think we can go through or not, I want to play Borussia Dortmund purely because I have friends who are Dortmund fans. I've never seen us play them, and I think that would be a fascinating tie. And in terms of who we could play, of course, getting revenge on PSG would be very sweet. Even getting a short revenge on Bayern Munich would be difficult, but very good. But honestly, I will take anyone. And whoever comes in our path for the quarterfinal and the subsequent semi-final, if we make it, bring it on.
Absolutely agree. We got here Amarajiwa saying, don't the four of you work rest and play? We try to, my man, we do. Look, it's 10:09 p.m. for me. So the stream you saw earlier this morning was before work. During that time, after that, I worked, and then now it's off time. And these boys just woke up. And when we did the stream earlier this morning, it was late night for them. Looks like Hamid Altintop, is he the one who's going to be drawing it out first up, or are they just showing some? Yeah, Hamid. Why they show Hamid Altintop?
It seems quite a random combo of people that got there.
Yeah, it is quite. Oh, no, he is coming up. Yeah, he is coming up, man. I did. You know what, boys? I rated him as a player back in his time. I believe he played a little bit for Bayern Munich, but then he also played for Schalke, was it?
Yeah, I think he played for Schalke at one point. Yeah.
Or was it just another brother that used to play as well?
Yeah, Hamid and Halil. I think Hamid and Halil Altintop.
Miz, you haven't told us who you want yet.
Me, you know what? Look, I want Dortmund. I've made it. I said that a few days ago that I wouldn't mind having Dortmund because I feel like that's a tie that we can go past, and it also gives us the opportunity to see Haaland against a Premier League team how they would go. So I really want him to see how he fares against our defense, who's only letting 2 goals. I want to see what Haaland has to, what he has to show for it. And I think Dortmund is a team that we can probably beat. But on any given day, Dortmund, they've got the individual qualities to rip apart anyone. So I'm going to be weary about that. Porto, obviously, is a good shout, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as a lot of people think, that it's just going to be a walk in the park. I don't think it'll be easy, but I wouldn't mind getting that. I think that's a very favorable draw. After that, to be honest, anyone besides Bayern Munich or Man City in the next up, I think we should give them a fair go. Liverpool, whether it be Real Madrid, I think should be all right. Arvind, from your perspective, man, Bayern's dream draw. I think you said yesterday that you don't mind playing Liverpool. Liverpool is one team that you've got some bad blood.
Yeah, Liverpool say one of the teams, when they beat us 3-1, they have Liverpool fans, I hear them always going back to that, say, you won the Champions League, well, we beat you 3-1. So, yeah, it's just, I've been getting a lot of stick recently. So, for that reason, I would have to say Liverpool. Another one would be Real Madrid, because obviously of past experiences watching Real Madrid and Cristiano Ronaldo destroy us every single time. I just want to get some payback. But regardless of that, no, but to be honest, on Chelsea's perspective and on Bayern's perspective, to be the best, you have to beat the best. So any team, I'll take. Obviously, Manchester City would be a tough one. I'm a little bit scared of them because obviously Pep, I know what he can do. I know his tactics. He was at Bayern for 3 years. But then again, obviously the lack of experiencing can be an issue. But we'll see anyway. They're about to start.
100%, man. 100% agreed. Luis Gabriel has said if City and Bayern draw each other and we get an easier draw, we can win the whole thing.
First
I reckon.
up, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I'm a bit slow. Mine's a bit slow. What did you guys see in the first ball?
Manchester City's first team.
Yeah.
Woo! Well, why is the website slow? I don't understand. Where are you guys watching from, BT?
Yeah,
On
BT.
YouTube. BT on YouTube.
Should I go BT on YouTube then? Might as well just do
It might be geo-blocked for you. That's what I think.
Let me just go BT Champions League.
Manchester
that's a
City
good
versus
tie.
Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, there you go.
That's a nice tie.
Like that.
Could be Holland
There you
versus
go.
next team.
No, Manchester City for us.
Yeah, no Dorman for us. Boys, one of you guys share the link with me, man. Because I want to see.
Yeah, Porto.
I want to see live, man. Oh, Optus Sports. Yeah, okay. Let me have a look. I've got Optus Sports. Give me 1 second. They're showing it live. They're generally quite quick. Manchester City Dorman. What do you guys think, guys?
Porto Chelsea. Porto Chelsea.
You just knew they'd get Dortmund.
Porto Chelsea. Is it already done?
Yeah,
I'll
Porto
take that.
Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're gonna get a big team here. We're gonna get a big team this round.
Porto Chelsea, just the way we
That's a
want
good
it.
tie for us.
That is perfect.
The Jose Mourinho derby.
It's
Oh, this one's Bayern. Bayern next.
Here we go. Chelsea. I'm just seeing it now. Chelsea. And Porto. Okay.
I've not seen it yet either because I was sending you the link, so it better be correct.
Is that Bayern Real?
Porto Chelsea.
Bayern
Yeah.
versus PSG. Bayern versus PSG.
Bayern PSG. Yes.
That's a good tie.
Final again.
Yeah, baby. Let me just
repeat of the
write
final.
this down.
Oh my god. Means Liverpool Real Madrid. It's the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has to be Liverpool, Real Madrid, right? Yeah.
Yep. Wow, that was quick. That was so quick.
Yeah, when they started doing the whole draw, it was really quick.
Are we home first or away?
Oh no, you're away first.
Oh, we were away. I think it looked like we were away.
I'm so gassed.
I think that's a very good draw for us.
Real Madrid
Chelsea,
versus
Porto. Obviously, we've been talking about Porto a lot.
In general, this season, I don't think we can complain about draws, even in like the FA Cup. When you look at what we've got, and Champions League has been Atleti. That was a hard one, so I think we did deserve a slightly easier one. But I get what these guys are saying in terms of underestimating them. But I just assume we give everyone respect, and then from there, Porto, for me, look the easiest on paper.
So let me just do this: Dortmund versus Man City, Chelsea versus Porto, Bayern versus PSG. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one, Arvind. Honestly.
Yeah, that's
I think you guys should be able to go through there.
They'll be looking for revenge from the Champions League final, so they'll have an extra motive to play against us.
And Real versus Liverpool, yeah?
Liverpool.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the draw. Now they're going to do the semi-finals as well, right?
Yeah.
They're doing it right now.
Okay. So we're going to figure out who goes. So if Chelsea goes through, then who they play next.
Winner of quarterfinal 3, so that's us first.
Let's do a quick round before they go to the next thing. KisHan, Chelsea, Porto, that's exactly what you wanted. How do you feel?
Absolutely. It's in the right order as well. We've got them away first. So I'm buzzing. I think that's literally, I couldn't have had it any better than that. So love it.
Here we go. They're doing the semi-finals now.
We can
Winner
play
of quarterfinal 3.
Manchester City or Dortmund versus Bayern or PSG.
So we get Liverpool Real.
So we get a Liverpool or Real.
I'll take that one.
I'll take that. I think we can see ourselves in the final.
God, that's
baby.
Wow.
So if Bayern goes through, they get either City or Dortmund. So Bayern, PSG, and then I think Bayern probably go through, and then Man City. Days, oh my days!
It was like that last season as well. We could have played Barcelona, then Juventus, then Manchester City in the. Oh no, then Barcelona, Man City, then PSG in the final. If Manchester City got through against Lyon, but they didn't. So we'll see.
100%. Nischal, how do you feel, my man? Chelsea, Porto, and then possibly if we go through Real or Liverpool. I'm positive, man. How are you feeling? Nischal?
Sorry, I didn't hear. I was listening to the last bit of a draw. Say that again, please.
I was saying that, how are you feeling about Chelsea, Porto, and then obviously if we go through, we play either Real or Liverpool. I'm feeling quite positive about it. How are you feeling?
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great clash. You know, Porto are a very strong team, someone who's going to give us a big challenge, and someone we played recently. We cannot underestimate them. Don't forget, when we played them in the 15-16 group stage, they beat us in Porto. They got a win over us. So they are capable of doing that, and we cannot underestimate them. For many fans, yes, it will be a more favourable draw. You look at the German champions in Bayern Munich, there's French champions in PSG, the English champions in Liverpool. Yes, we did get a more favourable draw, but that does not make it easy. We still have to face a very tough team, 100%. A very disciplined, well-rounded team. And it's not going to be easy. You know, we can't see this as a buy into the semi-final because we've got two huge legs coming up, you know, going back to Portugal. But of course, we have good memories against Portuguese sides in the quarterfinals. Think back to Benfica in 2012 and even Benfica in the Europa League in 2013. So, yes, it is a more favourable tie. Is it an easy one? No, not at all. But we will fancy ourselves, and understandably, you know, when we're 13 games unbeaten, when we're in the best form of our lives and on the verge of a first Champions League semi-final in 7 years as well, go back to 2014, we will fancy our chances, and there's no need to be over optimistic or to doubt ourselves because we are capable of reaching a semi-final.
Yeah, man, I'm very positive as well. Chelsea, Porto. If we go through, then it's Real or Liverpool. If we go through that, then it's really City or Bayern, because I can see Bayern go through City. So we've got the dream draw that we wanted, to play City or Bayern Munich in the finals right at the end. It's worked out nicely. Arvind, from your point of view, man, Bayern Munich, if they're going to do it again the second time around, they're going to have to do it heavy, my man. PSG first up, which is not going to be easy. And then if you go through that, you got City. I'm pretty sure City will take care. They'll touch up Dorman. Then you got City. And then if you go through that, you're looking at some real heavyweights. You know, hopefully we go through. Then you've also got Real Madrid or Liverpool. Bayern ain't got it easy. Arvind, how do you feel?
I mean, I can only highlight what I said before. To be the best, you have to beat the best, and clearly we're going to have to do that again this season, or hopefully we do. PSG's, I don't know, it's a bit inconsistent because in League One they haven't been necessarily that good. I've seen Monaco beat them. I've seen Monaco beat them twice actually. They did the double over them, and I don't think they even topped this season. I think Lille are top. So regardless of that, PSG, they still have the firepower and Neymar and Mbappe. So it's not going to be easier. As I said, even in the final, it wasn't easy. I was shaking like a leaf throughout the entire 90. So, as for Chelsea, I reckon even if you went through against Porto, you'd fancy your chances against Liverpool or Real Madrid. I mean, I've seen what you can do against Liverpool this season. You know, you beat them 1-0, very compact, very good performance. Mason Mount obviously got the goal for that game, got the winner. You know, you didn't really look like you suffered at any point. And with Real Madrid, obviously, they're not the Real Madrid that I've seen of before. So I reckon you favourable draw. I wouldn't underestimate Porto, obviously, for obvious reasons, you know, for the Conceição and obviously how their team is structured, set up. But I'd say you really fancy your chances.
No, 100%, man. Let's go through all the fixtures here. Let's do the rounds. Let's go to KisHan first of all. KisHan, Man City versus Dorman. That seems to be, you know, a blockbuster. Haaland facing, obviously his dad used to play for Manchester City. Manchester City is a particular team that is looking at Haaland as well. How do you think this matchup is going to be? What's your thoughts on that? Oh, man, don't tell me. KisHan, are you there?
I am.
Did you hear what I said?
I did. Can I say it?
I was saying that, what do you think about this particular matchup? Manchester City versus Dortmund, Haaland versus Manchester City. Obviously, his dad played for City a while back. He's got history there. And Manchester City is a team that is looking at Haaland as well. What's your thoughts about this particular matchup?
Again, I think it's favourable for City, but it's not a foregone conclusion. I think they've got to be very careful with the kind of firepower that Dortmund have got. But on the other side, I think they will have too much for them. So you would expect City to get through that. But yeah, it's kind of good that we can only really meet City or Bayern in the final. And 2012, 2021, switch it around. I think we could get Bayern again.
In the finals. Never know. You never know. And it could be penalties. You never know. But you know what? I'm really, really excited to see Haaland against a Premier League team. Obviously, one of the best Premier League teams out there. We've got declared, my man. Some quick thoughts from yourself about some of these matchups. Obviously, the Chelsea one. What's your thoughts?
First of all, it's good seeing you at 10 p.m. and not 6 a.m. Hard to make those.
Absolutely, my man.
Great draw. What can I say? I felt with Tuchel's appointment came with that Champions League knowledge that he had at PSG, because that was the main focus. City's going to be the hard one. If we can get through that, I think that's it. We're going to Istanbul.
Absolutely. I think this one is probably the dream draw for us to get Porto. We've all said we can't take them lightly. They're a very quality team, but it's a particular tie. We should be favourites. We should be favourites to go through. After that, it's either Real Madrid or Liverpool, two teams that I think we can beat, and then it's the finals, and anything is possible in the finals. Declared. How do you feel about Porto, man? Do you think we should have them over two legs? Well, what's your predictions on the both legs? Obviously, they're away first.
Yeah, we got Agent Saad there. He'll give us the inside, I think. I think it'll be not a clear walkover, but we should be winning that game.
No. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
I actually believe that even Dortmund, the style of great counter, could give Man City some trouble. We could be versing Dortmund in a surprise.
Oh, you mean down the track? Like if because Dortmund and City is on the other side, so the only way we're going to meet them is in the finals.
So I got it the wrong way around. I thought it was we versus the winners of Dortmund and Man City. Well, we versus Dortmund, we versus Real Madrid and Liverpool.
And Liverpool, yeah.
I got it the other way around. Well,
I think we can still beat them.
They're two teams that were considered the top with that, but this year they're nowhere near.
No, fair point.
Yeah, I
point.
still think Dortmund still can go through as well in that matchup, and you could be and Bayern and PSG could do an upset too. So it's not as clear cut, except for Chelsea.
No, for sure, man. It definitely isn't. Declare, my man, thank you heaps for your time and your thoughts.
Thanks,
we shall
man.
see you again.
You will. Take it easy, guys.
Take care, man. Take care. We've got Pan Afric here. Just quickly, Pan Afric. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. Hello, guys. How are you guys doing?
All good,
man.
Yeah, all good, man.
How do you feel about this draw?
Man, what a draw. What a draw. Couldn't ask for any better draw than this. Actually, I was hoping we could get Dorman and avoid Bayern as much as possible, but Porto is the best thing that UEFA has done for us since ever. And the semi-finals, I think, is it's an easy road for us than the likes of Paris Saint-Germain or Bayern Munich. So I strongly believe we are in the finals already.
just take us straight to the finals. Just chop all this nonsense in the middle. Just take us to the finals.
Exactly. No. The way we play, we don't give our opponents the chances to score. And if you look at Madrid and Liverpool now, they are struggling. Both teams are struggling, and to face a Chelsea side that is so difficult to score against, I think it's a tough one for them. I just hope before then we add more goals to our game and straight to the finals. There we go.
I love your attitude, Pan Afric. Honestly, that's brilliant. My man, thank you for your time. We will continue the show. We'll catch you again another time, yeah?
Okay, man. Thank you.
Take care, bro. Take care. Boys, let's get straight into this. Let's keep talking about, obviously, we talked a little bit about the whole Porto-Chelsea. We'll get back to this a bit later. Arvind, Bayern PSG, Lewandowski versus Mbappe. My days, that's going to be some match. I mean, you've got a future star of Mbappe and you've got a legend with Lewandowski. Oh, man, this is going to be one juicy matchup. How are you feeling about this? There's matchups in that particular, match all over the place. You've got Mbappe, Lewandowski. Hopefully Neymar will probably be fit by then. Bayern have, Gnabry and Leroy Sané and a whole heap of other players as well. Do you think PSG could do you guys? Like you were a bit worried about your defense.
Yeah, I'm even more worried about the defense now, to be honest. Mbappe, Neymar will be absolutely licking their lips at the side of Jerome Boateng and David Alaba, Niklas Süle. I'm not saying these are bad defensive players, but again, I don't have that much confidence in my defense, especially having let that many goals in, especially in the Bundesliga as well. The Champions League, we haven't let so much in. In terms of PSG doing us, I think they can. I think there's always a chance that any team could beat us, on a given day. But if we're at our best, we're going through. It's as simple as that. If we're not at our best, we won't go through. And it's just about keeping that level. I hope to see the Bayern of August in 2020. I can
that
see
was a phenomenal Bayern, man. That was a phenomenal Bayern.
Yeah, I can see Hansi just saying, let's just outscore these because our defense is awful. But he obviously won't say that. But regardless, I'm hoping for a Bayern win. Obviously, our attack much more experienced. PSG, they did lose the final to us though, so they'll have that extra motive to beat us. So it's going to be more on us than on them, 100%.
Absolutely, that final rematch. Neymar left the pitch with his last final. Needs to get his revenge. 100%. Let's welcome RJ. RJ, my man, welcome to the stream. What are your thoughts, my man, about all the draws? Obviously, about the Chelsea draw. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very good and great show so far, guys. As you know, I joined from the start and I thought, as I said, and I back Nischal, there are no easy teams. You don't fluke your way to get into the quarterfinals. But that said, I agree with KisHan. You've got to look at it on a relative basis. We can't lie to ourselves and say, would we have been neutral about versus anybody? I think we'd be lying if we said we'd be equally happy to take on Man City or Bayern Munich at this stage. I know we have to be the best, you've got to beat the best, but I think it's all about building momentum. And I think we're in a really nice rhythm at the moment, Miz, in the sense of we haven't quite nailed our attack just yet, but there are positive signs that we're getting there. So this could be the slow 2012 build-up that we're, fingers crossed we see.
100%. Let's get some quick sort of answers from you in regards to all of the matchups. First of all, PSG, Bayern Munich, who do you think?
Huge game. Look, for me, to be honest, I think Bayern will edge them. It'll be tough, but I reckon they've just got enough experience and nous to oversee a team that's got a lot of star power.
Yeah, I agree. They probably just have that experience to go through them. But then again, PSG will have that revenge mentality because they got done last season.
Sure.
Dorman versus City.
It's hard to overlook the Citizens. They're just too strong, mate. To be honest, I think they're going to be going very close for a treble/quad, but hopefully we can interfere with the quad at least.
Liverpool, Real Madrid.
I actually would prefer Real Madrid to win because I think Liverpool would be the tougher opponent, even though they've been shaky in the league. I reckon that in this competition, as you know, it's a head-to-head knockout. On their day, they can be quite ferocious, and I'd prefer Real Madrid, who've been pretty out of form, to be frank.
Fair enough. So possibly, and obviously Chelsea, Porto, you're thinking us, and then the way you're sort of predicting Real Madrid, so it'll probably be Chelsea, Real Madrid. Hoping that is the case at the end of the day. Look, I don't really care if it's Real Madrid or Liverpool. It doesn't really matter. I think we can take them. RJ, thank you so much for your time, my man. Hope you have a very, very good night. See you again.
Take care, guys. All the best.
All right, take care, man.
See you soon, mate.
Nischal, let's go back over here. Let's talk about this one. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. I think this is going to be tasty, my man. This is going to be such a good game. There's some history here as well, Nischal. The Champions League final a couple of seasons ago, where Liverpool will feel they were done a bit dirty on that particular final. Obviously, their keeper had had a magical night at that time. Karius, thoughts about that particular matchup?
Well, we have a repeat of a 2020 final in Bayern and PSG, but this is a repeat of a 2018 final one, which was a very, very weird blockbuster sort of game. We saw the magic of Bale and the blunders of Karius. Liverpool will be going out to get revenge, of course. That will still hurt. But on the other hand, they did win it the next year, so they got their 6th Champions League title in the end. But there is still going to be bad blood against Real Madrid. That was a heartbreaking way to lose in this final, where they've been so good, faced the toughest teams in the run, to completely lose it to an outstanding Real Madrid team. However, neither team are at the same level that they were those years ago. Not that there's been a massive decline, but when you look at them, Liverpool are completely out of the title race, and they'll be lucky to make the top 4. Real Madrid are further in the title race, but still have to chase Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. So for both teams, there is a drop in form, but they are still at the top of their games. We've still got Zinedine Zidane and Jurgen Klopp. We've still got the core parts of their teams, bar, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's going to be a fantastic tie. I think, if I was saying now, I'd say Real Madrid to go through. But neither team have looked outstanding in the Champions League this season as well. We look at Liverpool, we lost to Atalanta at Anfield. We look at Real Madrid, they had a lot of shaky results against Mönchengladbach, against Shakhtar Donetsk. So neither side, as I said, are at their full strength. They are still, respective massive European titans, but it's not the maybe blockbuster tie that we saw 3 years ago. So it'll be a fascinating tie, because I think if we look at the ties, that's probably one of the most open ones. Because Bayern and PSG, they're the strongest, but they're 2 massive informed teams going against each other. Chelsea and Porto. Porto will have the underdog mentality. Chelsea will want to get into the semi-finals for the first time since 2014. City Dortmund as well. That's very even. Lots to talk about there. But Real Madrid, Liverpool, these are 2 teams who want to get back to the glory days. They only won the Champions League 2 and 3 years ago. So it's not been a long time, but they will definitely be eager to go all the way and maybe face us in the semi-finals.
100%. And Nischal, just quickly, do you know, is Hazard gone? Like Eden Hazard out for the season, or what's the case there?
It looks like he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Unfortunately, picked up another injury, his 11th injury of his time at Real Madrid. And it looks like that if they do operate on him, not only will he be out for the rest of the season, it could actually jeopardize his future in football, which is very, very sad. He's 30 years old. He's not necessarily old. He's entering the twilight of his career, but he has so much more to offer. And it was just 2 years ago that we saw him tearing it up for Chelsea in his final last start of the season. So it is very unlikely we're going to see Eden Hazard again this season, let alone in a potential semi-final clash against us. So Eden Hazard will be out, but they still have firepower. Look, Karim Benzema, he performs to such consistency and such levels that it's just normal where he's scoring game in, game out. He will continue to be a target man. We've got Vinicius if he can play on his day, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric. That is still a good Real Madrid side. As we said, they may not be the Galacticos.
Asensio, let's not forget Asensio, Marcos Asensio.
Yeah, of course, Marcos Asensio. And they may not be the side who won 3 Champions Leagues in a row from 2016 to 2018, but they are still, don't forget, they're still the most successful team in Champions League history. They are still going to go all out for number 14.
Nah, for sure. Jonathan Manhandle, sorry I missed this. I was too busy celebrating that incredible draw. Man, it has been an incredible draw. Can't wait for our next review. Honestly, we're going to have a lot to talk about. Advaid, my man, thanks for joining. Looking forward to facing Chelsea in the next round should we go through. Advaid's a Real Madrid fan, so, obviously, if we go through from our end, they go through from Liverpool's end, we could probably meet each other. Advaid, I would love to have you in the show because you being a Real Madrid fan, that would be quite interesting to do that. Looking back at this again, boys. Obviously, we've just gone through all of our draws for Champions League. Let me just have a quick look at what everyone's talking about in the timeline. Let's have a look what people are up to. This will be quite interesting to have a look. Obviously, we're playing Chelsea. EMEA 2012 versus 2021 Portuguese team in quarterfinal. Benfica versus there was a Portuguese team last time, and now this time again another Portuguese team in the quarterfinals. Spanish team in the last time oh my days! Everything is lining up. 2000 so if you guys just quickly see this, by the way, Taron, my boy, thank you for joining. Let's just quickly read this. Portuguese team in the quarterfinal, Benfica versus Portuguese team in the quarterfinal, Porto. Spanish team in the semi-final, Barcelona versus possible Spanish team. It could be Real Madrid. Obviously, if it's Liverpool, could be all different. Bayern at home team in the final, possibly. It's effing happening. Oh, my days. Taron, my boy, what's your thoughts? Talk to us.
But I had to join. I'm too gassed. I was just saying in my recent tweet, this looks like it's written in the stars this year. The draw is perfect. We had a Portuguese team in the quarterfinals in 2012. We had Benfica. And yeah, the semi-final draw. Oh, my tweet. Is there? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. 0 likes, but we move, Little.
Oh, no, don't worry, bro. Here you go, bro.
4 likes. Come on.
Yeah, 5 likes, bro. Don't be like that. Yeah, I'll put a comment.
Jonathan Man liked. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy. Real Madrid and Liverpool is really favourable. I would prefer them to Man City, Dortmund, or Bayern, PSG. So, man, it's looking like it's meant to be. It's looking like it's meant to be. We're looking like we could be one of the favourites to be going through to the final at this stage. And yeah,
man. What's your prediction, man, over the 2 legs against Porto?
Against Porto, away, I'm expecting like 1-0, like max 1-0. I think it could be a 0-0. Then at home, we'll take it back to the bridge, beat them 2-0 comfortably. Then the second game, I predict Liverpool to go through the game. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see 2 English sides in the semi-final. And yeah, I'm expecting us to go through to the final at this stage.
Brilliant. Honestly, man, I'm choking on the drink. Boys, really, there's not much else to talk about in this particular draw. Some final thoughts before we wrap things up. KisHan, obviously, it's your dream come true. This is what you wanted. This is exactly what you wanted. You woke up in the morning, half sleepy, hoping that it's going to be FC Porto, and you got FC Porto. By the way, massive shout out, actually, Yusuf. Thanks for reminding. It's Hakim Ziyech's birthday. Hakim Ziyech, happy birthday to you, my man. I don't know if you're going to see this, but if it does get delivered to you, honestly, massive happy birthday to you. That's all I'm going to say. And I hope you're proud about that particular draw against Porto. I hope you guys kill him. But yeah, KisHan, some final thoughts, my man.
Yeah, for me, it's the dream draw. And then you look at who we can get in the next round, and I think that's quite favourable compared to what there is on the other side as well. So I think we could make the final, possibly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, stars are lining up. Arvind, some final thoughts.
So for Bayern, wow. I mean, we won't talk about how much, but for Chelsea, yeah, again, a better draw than I would have expected, to be honest. Liverpool, Real Madrid, certainly 2 teams not at their best, not like they were 2-3 seasons ago. So yeah, I reckon Chelsea have a huge chance of getting to the final. Obviously, you know what you can do to Liverpool. You beat them 1-0 at Anfield. They haven't been good at Anfield, especially, so the Tuchel, the way he's playing right now, if you can keep up, performances like Atletico, like Spurs, like Liverpool, like you played against, just all the big teams this bit under Tuchel, I have no doubts of Chelsea, having a huge chance of getting to the final, 100%.
No, agreed. Guys, smash that like button. We've got 32 people live right now. Smash that like button. Help the channel out a lot. And yeah, if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Nischal, some final thoughts from you, my man.
Well, I'm just saying, and my main takeaway from this is, yes, it's a favourable draw. Yes, it's probably the best one we could ask for, but we should not be underestimating Porto. If we're 100%. In the quarterfinals and we're gaining and generating respect for getting here, so should Porto. They're just as impressive, just as good to be at the stage of a competition. I will certainly not be disrespecting or underestimating them, but I'm really looking forward to, we're all talking about 2012, the finest season and the best moment in any Chelsea fan's life. And of course, we're going to look forward to that, but the job is not done. We've got 2 legs against Porto before we even start thinking about the semi-final. We've got another 2 legs before we even start thinking about Istanbul. There's a long way to go. Yes, we're on track. We're on the right road, but the goal side and the part of the end of the road is still there. It's in sight, but we're nowhere near yet. We've got to get over Porto. We've got to approach that, and we've got to know what to do and not underestimate our opponents. But I'm really looking forward to it. All 4 really good Champions League ties, and I cannot wait for the quarterfinals.
Man, me neither, man. I'm buzzing. By the way, when's the first leg? Does anyone know what the
6th,
which
7th,
date?
7th of April. Yeah.
Oof, that's just literally 2 weeks, around 2 weeks away. Wow.
Yeah, we got an
man.
international break after this weekend, so should pump up straight to the first week of the quarterfinal. Yeah.
Yeah, man, cannot wait. Honestly, that's going to be fantastic. Obviously, the reviews are going to be off the charts. Previews are going to be off the charts. We need someone from Porto, guys. Please go and search me some Porto fans. Let's get the Porto.
Get me a VN. Stay on a VN. I'll talk to you about that.
Oh, woohoo! We sorted. We may even do some watch-alongs. I don't know if you guys are keen. We could do some watch-alongs on that particular. Man, I'm gassed. Honestly, these from here on, Champions League is going to get so exciting. It's not even funny. Taron, finish us off here. Before you finish us off, just want to say, Maldini's middle finger, Thiago Silva, finally to get a Champions League medal. He wants it. Keep him fit for those battles in Champions League. For sure, my man. Christensen can play in the Premier League because generally when he comes to the Champions League, he seems to have a tummy ache and this and that, gets sick. No, I'm just kidding, Christensen. I'm only having a joke. But yeah, definitely Thiago Silva for the Champions League. Why not? Christensen for the Premier League. Hopefully all our players stay fit. And you know, a lot of our players still have so much to prove. So many of the players are still not in form. So hopefully we get into form and really start annihilating in this particular competition. Taron, my boy, finish us off here, man.
Yeah, I'll just go back down to the comments. Yusuf, I'm wearing a Chelsea shirt. I'm not just wearing a blue shirt. But yeah, it's really, really favourable draw for Chelsea. I feel quite bad for Arvind. I know you didn't want PSG. You didn't want to play against Mbappe.
I don't feel bad for them, man. They're like a blockbuster team, man. They go out there, they're going to whip everyone off.
Arvind and Champions League is literally like, I don't know, sliced bread. It's like such an amazing creation. You just can't separate them. But yeah, Arvind, I feel a bit bad for you. And for Sujan as well, I feel really bad for him that he's playing against Man City. If you're watching this, Sujan.
Sujan won at City as well, I think. He said that I wouldn't mind facing them. He did say that they'll touch them up.
Yeah, I think
he thinks
it's interesting.
It'll be an open game.
Yeah, we were saying we wanted. I saw the earlier, Miss. You said something about Haaland maybe playing against audition against Chelsea, but now he's auditioning against Man City. Kind of, that's going to be interesting. And yeah, Liverpool, Real Madrid, the recreation of the 2018 final that went horribly wrong with Loris Karius and other incidents. But it's a really, really tasty draw. I'm going to be watching.
Do you reckon Karius will be watching that match? Do you reckon Karius will be?
Oh yeah, 100%. His whole family's going to be there. All his relatives are going to be there, you know, laughing. But yeah, that's a really interesting draw for both ties. All the ties, semi-final, quarter-final. This is one of the best draws we've had in years. So like quarter-finals, semi-finals. There's no draw. There's no game.
It's written in the stars, bro.
Yeah,
it's written in the stars.
Yeah, it's written in the stars, bro. It's actually, I can see the stars from here. It says Chelsea. Like, it's written, bro. Like, I'm gassed. It's happening. We can't get too carried away because if we lose, we're going to be absolutely muddled. But yeah, I'm like Nischal said, just Porto is still a really strong team. They still have good players. They have our lone player Sarr. They have Mbemba. They have so many good players, Pepe. But yeah, we can't underestimate Porto. Real Madrid, I know I said I wanted to be Real Madrid, and they still have great players, Valverde, Modric, Kroos. You can name them all. And it's going to be tough, but I think we could go all the way, Miz. I really do. I think this is our year since 2012.
No, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you heaps for joining. Hope you guys all enjoyed that reaction. We got that dream draw against FC Porto that's coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Please stay tuned for all of the content that's going to come in this channel. The boys are going to be here on a regular basis. Honestly, we're going to build up to the end of this particular, season. It's looking like it's going to be a one hell of a season under Thomas Tuchel. It's turning out to be honestly a legendary type of season. But yeah, guys, thank you heaps for joining. Smash that like button. I will have all of the information of the socials of the guys in the description very, very soon. So go out there and follow them all. If you need them immediately, you can see some previous videos. They're all there. But yeah, until next time, everyone, take it easy. See ya.